Indonesia's trade surplus in December 2020 reached 2.1 billion US dollar. Diagnosed Laboratorium officially listed on Indonesia Stock Exchange. Good afternoon, viewers in Indonesia and Singapore. Market Alliance is ready to provide you a number of informations from the business, economic, and capital market sectors. With me, Wicky Adrian. This is Market Headlines. And let's open up Market Headlines with the update about Indonesia's trade balance in December 2020. Again, after 8 months in a row, Indonesia posted a surplus. Statistic Indonesia updated that the trade surplus in December 2020 was 2.1 billion US dollar. The trade surplus in December 2020 was driven by the value of exports, which was greater than imports. The export value in December 2020 was recorded at 16.54 billion US dollar, while in the other hand, import value was recorded 14.44 billion US dollar.
Miliar, sehingga pada bulan Desember tahun 2020 Indonesia mengalami surplus sebesar 2,1 miliar. Kembali, posisi ekspor pada bulan Desember ini sangat menggirakan karena secara mantuman ekspornya meningkat 8,39% dan secara online meningkat 14,63%. Karena adanya peningkatan ekspor dari pertanian, industri maupun dari tambang. Sementara impor pada bulan Desember ini meningkat.
Bank of Indonesia highlights the vulnerability of digital transaction to fraud and cybercrime. The central bank governor stated that according to him, digital transactions are still at risk of being used by money laundering.
Risk of fraud and cybercrime haunts the digital transaction. The central bank governor, Peri Warjio, explained that his party continues to strengthen the licensing and financial regulations, in particular supervision related to the online company's payment system that is under Bank Indonesia. To prevent money laundering and other financial crime, the Monetary Authority also strengthens policy and supervisions on the foreign exchange activities.
Kami menyadari transaksi digital ini juga memunculkan risiko fraud dan juga cybercrime, yang kemudian juga ada risiko-risiko pencucian uang dan pendanaan terorisme. Oleh karena itu, kami juga terus memperkuat regulasi, perizinan, dan khususnya pengawasan yang terkait APU dan BPT pada perusahaan-perusahaan, lembaga-lembaga jasa sistem pembayaran yang berada di bawah kewenangan Bank Indonesia.
On the other hand, Central Bank also demands all parties to collaborate and join forces in order to prevent money laundering practices in the future. From monetary side, Central Bank has strong reason to eradicate fraud and cybercrime because it will not affect the integrity of the economic and financial system stability, but also relate to the global confidence in the financial system in Indonesia. Jakarta, Rahajo Pakbo for IDX Channel.
Tax crime is a serious criminal offense that fuels all forms of transnational organized crime. Good news is Financial Transaction Reports and Analysis Center in 2020 has finally secured 9 trillion rupiah from tax crime.
Financial Transactions Report and Analysis Center examined fraud in taxation area throughout 2020. Good thing is, it has contributed to the state revenue of 9 trillion rupiah. Even though 9 trillion is a big number, but actually the potential number was reaching 20 trillion rupiah in 2020. The cases are dominated by cases involving government officials, regional heads, and state-owned enterprises, with main mode related to receiving gratitudes or briberies. This successful was the result of a three-party joint operation, namely Financial Transactions Reports and Analysis Center, Directorate General of Taxation, the Directorate General of Customs and Excise of the Ministry of Finance. Head of Financial Transactions Report and Analysis Center, Dian Ediana, further explained that the tax crime is still a serious problem, which needs of attention of all parties.
Pemanfaatan terhadap hasil analisis dan pemeriksaan PAT telah menghasilkan kontribusi penerimaan negara sebesar 9 triliun. Dapat kami sampaikan bahwa keberhasilan ini merupakan hasil dari joint operation 3 pihak, PPATK, Direktorat Jenderal Pajak, dan Direktorat Jenderal Bea dan Cukai, Kementerian Keuangan.
From tracing financial transactions, the result shows that there was a role of professional money launderers in assisting the process in laundering money from criminal acts of corruption. From Jakarta, Rahayu Pakmo for IDX Channel.
Money laundering in Indonesia is a significant problem due to a poorly regulated financial system. Therefore, Ministry of Finance is working hard to get rid of the problem, especially in taxation area.
Indonesia remains vulnerable to money laundering. As a proof, Minister of Finance Sri Mulyani Indrawati stated that out of the total of ongoing cases, 8 cases have been found guilty and a panel of judges.
Hasil Satgasnya adalah 2 sprindik tahun 2019, nominalnya sitaan 21,8 miliar, dan 1 sprindik tahun 2020 dengan nominal sitaan 1 miliar.
The Minister of Finance explained that the importance of collaborations in combating money laundering. The synergy effort through a task force between law enforcers in eradicating money laundering, especially in taxation area, is continued to be carried out. Collaborations must at least be participated by Financial Transactions Reports and Analysis Center, Attorney General, National Police, Directorate General of Taxations, and regional offices. From Jakarta, Rahayu Pakmo for IDX Channel.
Stay tuned on Market Lens because we'll be right back after the break.
Baik saja tidak cukup, kita harus betul-betul memahami lingkungan bisnis global yang lebih baik, plus di dalam negerinya sosiologi dan antropologi, supaya totalitas kita membantu petani secara efektif.
Kita memang ketahanan pangan, tetapi kita menuju ke kedaulatan pangan.
Ada shadow power yang mendikte pembangunan sektor pertanian bukan oleh Kementerian Pertanian.
Kementerian Pariwisata dan Ekonomi Kreatif telah menyiapkan 3 program yang menjadi langkah awal untuk membangkitkan pariwisata di tahun 2021.
Pemerintah menegaskan tetap fokus pada aspek kesehatan masyarakat.
Ingin menjalani kehidupan yang mapan dan masa depan yang sejahtera? Sikapi uang dengan bijak. Mulailah berinvestasi di pasar modal. Dengan membeli saham melalui Bursa Efek maupun perusahaan sekuritas, Anda dapat menikmati hasil keuntungan dari perusahaan-perusahaan besar yang tersedia. Pastikan Anda berinvestasi di perusahaan yang memiliki izin resmi. Cerdas mengelola, masa depan sejahtera. Otoritas Jasa Keuangan, lembaga pengawas industri jasa keuangan yang terpercaya.
Welcome back. Analysts boost the Walt Disney Company's stock price target to $200. This is based on theme park projections that shows recovery, even only a little.
Guggenheim securities analyst Michael Morris raised his stock price target on the Walt Disney Company by $15 to $200. He boosted these theme parks unit financial forecast better trajectory in 2021. Walt Disney World Attendance Tracker indicates that overall improved demand in fiscal quarter 2021 compared to the fourth quarter of 2020, consistent with the expanded capacity availability during the quarter. But still, Walt Disney Company doesn't rely much on a theme park income stream. Over the next 2 years, Disney sets guest safety to be a primary segment objective and anticipate meaningful investment in related protocols and health measures. Therefore, Walt Disney Company reflects a slower revenue recovery than current consensus estimates in the fiscal year 2021 to 2023. From all sources, IDX Channel.
Yes, 2020 is one of the worst years imaginable for the theme park operator, including Disney. In fiscal year 2019, the company's theme parks and resorts business accounted for roughly 37% of total revenue. Fundamentally, this isn't a great look for Disney's financial performance during pandemic. Well, you know, people don't go to the theme park these days. Even so, Disney can prove how much a good team can accomplish even under dramatic pressures that seem to threaten the economic essence of their company. Theme park didn't go well. The team allocate their focus to maximize its revenue and other income streams. Let's see Disney operating segment proportion in the next graphic. In media networks, they're located $28.39 billion US. Oh, it's revenue actually. And the parks and products, $16.5 billion US revenue. And studio entertainment, $9.64 billion US, and direct to customer and international, $16.97 billion US. We gather the data from Statista. In the year of 2020, the Walt Disney Company generated a total revenue $16.5 billion US with its parks and resort segment. This was actually a decrease around $10 billion from the year before. But then here comes the hero. The company's biggest segment in 2020 was its media networks. Thanks to people with binge-watching behavior during this pandemic, this generated revenue of $28.39 billion US in 2020 for Disney. Dear Potato Couch, including me, we are such a hero for Walt Disney Company. This marks a significant increase from $16.21 billion US of revenue generated in this segment in 2009. As a whole, the total assets of the Walt Disney Company amounted to $201.55 billion US in 2020. Seeing such huge assets from its media, investors are no longer obsessed over the fact that only brave souls would visit theme parks during a viral pandemic. Now they are captivated by the potential value of Disney's content catalogs and creative muscle. And the basic indicator is that Disney is still on worldwide box office 2020 studio rankings. Let's see the detail in the next graphic. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the biggest 6 worldwide box office 2020 studio rankings. The first one, we have 21st Century Fox with a total gross of $1.26 billion US. And after that, we have Sony Pictures, $1.1 billion US. Warner Bros., $1.08 billion US. And Universal, we have $1.03 billion. Paramount Pictures, $0.4 billion US. And Lionsgate, $0.19 billion US. And thanks to Disney's blockbuster movies, media segment generated 111% of Disney's overall operating income. And also, thanks to technology, even mostly cinemas were shut down during pandemic. With the streaming offer provided by Disney, a new standard of entertainment has been set. People can enjoy Disney movies from its new blockbuster app, so-called Disney Plus. Indeed, Disney has invested heavily into its direct-to-consumer business as the COVID-19 pandemic continues to keep millions of people at home and in need of entertainment. Through the next graphic, we can see a quick rundown of Disney Plus's rapid growth. First quarter in 2020, $26.5 billion as its growth. And the second quarter grew to the level of $33.5 million. Third quarter, $57.5 million, or million subscribers, I mean. Okay, all of them are subscribers. And fourth quarter, it has 73.7 subscriber. 73.7 million subscribers. And CEO Bob Chapek said that Disney's Investor Day Thursday that of the roughly 100 projects that were announced, about 80% will go directly to Disney Plus. Throwback a little bit, 10 million people signed up within the first day with a total of 26.5 million subscribers in its first operating quarter. See such good growth, management said it expects that overall subscriber figure to reach a whopping 325 million at the midpoint by the end of its fiscal 2024. And what's more, it expects the segment to be profitable by that point as well. It shows the rapid growth of Disney Plus and that Disney is emerging as one of the early winners of the streaming wars. Of course, this brings good sign to investors. Disney Plus launched 13 months ago, but the streaming platform quickly took off. And how about the stock price after Disney launched the app? Let's see the next graphic. As you can see, the growth or the dynamic of Walt Disney stock price keeps on increasing, or at least they're moving in the positive level. Recorded by January 14, it was on the level of $173 per share. And following the devastation of the novel coronavirus, one would expect Disney to perform that well. Despite the impressive run of Disney's stock price, the company is a good choice for a long-term oriented investor. Moreover, given Disney's expanding DTC platforms at a rapid pace, the company's diversification, international exposure, and brand recognition. And yes, viewers, truly Disney is a buy on any dip in the stock price. Recalling the words of Warren Buffett that said, all there is to investing is picking good stocks at good times and staying with them as long as they remain good companies. That's all for today's infographic session. Don't go anywhere because we'll be right back after the break. Ya, Otoritas Jasa Keuangan telah resmi menerbitkan belit yang mengatur modal inti minimum bank. Dengan penerbitan aturan ini,
bahwa bank ini heavily regulated, Mas. Jadi bank itu nggak bisa pindah tangan begitu saja, harus approval oleh OJK. Jadi
Menteri Keuangan Sri Mulyani Indrawati mengatakan bahwa industri keuangan syariah tumbuh mengesankan.
Di masa pandemi ini kita masih bisa bertahan dan bahkan menunjukkan kinerja yang sangat baik.
bagaimana outlook UMKM di 2020 ini, Pak Leona?
Saya ingin mengajak terutama anak-anak muda bagaimana caranya supaya nantinya ini bisa berkooperasi dengan baik. Dan ini sudah dimulai.
We're on the last segment at the Jakarta Composite Index intraday movement. Earlier today, JCI was opened at the level of 6,447.98. And approaching the closing time on the first session, the index was on a level of 6,374.63. Then the index was showing weakening trend by the second session closing time. Index was closed at the level of 6,366.77. In short, JCI went down 0.96%. And next, we're going to see the sectoral movement leading the dynamics of today's trading. We got construction as the leader of the strengthening trend that went up 1.01%. And we got Miss Industry as the leader of the weakening trend that went down 2.43%. Agriculture went down 1.43%. And finance went down 1.41%. And moving on to top gainers and top losers, here are the key highlights from today's trading session. WSKT went up 12.17% to the level of 1,890 rupiah per share. BJTM went up 14.2% to the level of 965 rupiah per share. PTPP went up 8.78% to the level of 2,230 rupiah per share. Wika went up 10.8% to the level of 2,360 rupiah per share. Meantime, the top losers for today's trading, we got ANTM went down 1.89% to the level of 3,120 rupiah per share. Pegas went down 1.93% to the level of 1,775 rupiah per share. Bank BRI went down 3.98% to the level of 4,580 rupiah per share. BRIS went down 2.39% to the level of 3,670 rupiah per share. And this is the intraday movement of rupiah towards US dollar. Open at the level of 14,068. Rupiah was also showing strengthening trend towards US dollar. It was close at the level of 14,029. In summary, rupiah went up 0.24%. Diagnosis Laboratorium Utama officially became the third listed company in 2021 on the Indonesia Stock Exchange through an initial public offering or IPO mechanism.
Diagnosis Laboratorium Utama officially became the third listed company in 2021 on the Indonesia Stock Exchange through an initial public offering or IPO mechanism. The issuer under code DGNS offered as many as 250 million new shares or 20% of the total issued and fully paid up capital. Regarding this, the President Director of Diagnosis Laboratory, Mesha Rizalsini, said that the IPO is a strategic step for the company and an effort to expand its network and provide the best service to people throughout Indonesia. He detailed that the use of the IPO proceeds as much as 42.6% for the construction of laboratories and the construction of branches in Makassar, Surabaya, and Medan. Then 57.4% of the IPO funds will be used for working capital. Meanwhile, the expansion plan to the 3 cities is expected to be completed in 2021. From all sources, for IDX Channel.
With a capitalization value of up to 110 trillion rupiah, Barito Pacific is racing with Indofood CBP Sukses Makmur to be able to return to the ranks of 10 stocks with the largest capitalization.
Barito Pacific or BRPT is racing with Indofood CBP Sukses Makmur or ICBP to return to the ranks of 10 stocks with the largest capitalization. At the end of last year, the position of BRPT in the big caps group was taken by ICBP. At that time, BRPT's market capitalization was inferior to ICBP's market capitalization of 112 trillion rupiah. However, recently BRPT has made a comeback in the list of the 10 largest capitalized stocks. BRPT shares are observed to be ranked on the 10th place in the row of big cap stocks with a market capitalization of 110 trillion rupiah on January 13, 2021. Looking back, BRPT has only entered the list of 10 big cap stocks only once in 2019 when the market capitalization reached 134 trillion rupiah. Not only BRPT, the company's subsidiary Chandra Asri Petrochemical has survived the big cap since 2019 with a current market capitalization of 180 trillion rupiah. From all sources, for IDX Channel.
Jasa Marga will raise tariffs for 6 toll roads at once as of January 17, 2021. Jasa Marga claimed that the increasing tariffs is due to operational costs as well as to increase minimum service standards.
Starting from January 17, 2021, toll tariff adjustments will be applied to 6 toll roads managed by Jasa Marga. The 6 toll segments that will undergo tariff adjustments are Jakarta Outer Ring Road and Pondok Aren Bintaro, Cikampek Padalarang, Padalarang Cilenyi, Semarang Section A, B, C, Palimanan Kanci, and Surabaya Gempol. Jasa Marga's Corporate Communication and Community Development Group Head Wimawan Heru explained, since it was set to increase in 2020, Jasa Marga has not made any tariff adjustments in view of the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic conditions. With the hope of handling the COVID-19 pandemic through the vaccine, Jasa Marga can make previously delayed tariff adjustments. Meanwhile, at the same time, Jasa Marga management explained that the existence of activity restrictions imposed by the government during the pandemic had an impact on toll road businesses, where based on data, there was a decrease in the volume of vehicles on toll roads by up to 50%. On the other hand, toll roads business entities must still incur operational costs and costs to raise minimum service standards. From all sources, for IDX Channel.
And step aside from market condition as coronavirus pandemic takes a big role on current economic situation. And here is an update data about coronavirus globally. And the news close our market alliance today. Please enjoy our next program on IDX Channel, Your Trustworthy Economic, Business and Capital Market Channel. And my name is Wicky Adrian. Stay safe.
Ya, Wall Street memulai 2021 dengan aksi jual di mana salah satu indeks utamanya yakni Dow Jones